Most people think soccer is an American word, but it actually came from Britain. So why do some countries call football soccer? In most of the world, this sport is simply called football. But in countries like the United States, Canada, Australia, and sometimes Ireland or South Africa, many people call it soccer. To understand why, we need to go back to England in the 1800s. At that time, football was not one single sport with one clear set of rules. Different schools and clubs played different versions of football. Some versions allowed players to kick the ball. Other versions allowed players to carry the ball with their hands. Over time, two major types became popular. One was rugby football. The other was association football. Association football was the version that later became the sport most of the world calls football today. But association football was a long name, so British students shortened it. Rugby football became rugger. Association football became soccer. That means the word soccer was originally British slang, not an American invention. Later, in Britain, association football became the dominant form of football, so people simply called it football. There was no need for another name. But in other countries, things developed differently. In the United States, American football became extremely popular, so the word football already meant a different sport. If Americans said football, most people thought of helmets, touchdowns, and an oval ball. That is why the word soccer stayed useful. It helped people know exactly which sport was being discussed. The same idea exists in other countries too. In Canada, football can mean Canadian football. In Australia, football can mean Australian rules football or rugby, depending on the region. In Ireland, football can sometimes mean Gaelic football. So in these places, soccer helps avoid confusion. That is why soccer is not only an American word. It is used in countries where another type of football became popular or culturally important. In countries where association football became the main football sport, people usually call it football. So the real answer is simple. Football and soccer are two names for the same sport. The difference comes from history, language, and local culture. And the funny part is this: the word soccer came from Britain, but America helped keep it alive.